everyone, I'm Manny Marvelous, and today we got a 2015 Ford Focus ST. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, round two. This is my second time trying to review this car, because last time it got too dark. Oh, I gotta move this forward because I'm a whole 69 inches tall. The official car of, here's a premium car with manual seats. There we go. Okay, so this car doesn't have a fuel cap on it. As you might notice, it just has a whole, hi, I'm ready for the first date cap. And these little hidden things are plastic. You don't even need to press a button on the inside. How amazing is that? You should definitely buy this fuel cap. I'm selling them, $19.99 on eBay. Steering, super tight. Not as tight as the Evo, but more forgiving. So if you're going around a corner, you can very predictably place the car, which is probably my favorite steering so far. Even beats out on the STI too, because it's a little bit tighter. So it's right between those two cars. It's like right at that sweet spot where I would want a fun car to be. It is front wheel drive. Is it 1.6?
2 liter.
2 liter. Did they change it?
No, 1.6 is the Fiesta.
They make a Fiesta ST?
Yes.
Okay. This car is a 1.6 liter.
2 liter.
2 liter?
2 liter.
I thought it was a Fiesta. Anyways. All right, if you have a Fiesta ST, hit me up. I'd like to review that too, because I might as well just review everything on the planet. If this is the fast one, what's the RS?
The faster one.
The faster one? Ah, okay, so this car identifies as a WRX, and then the... So this car is also featuring an aftermarket exhaust system from the catback. It's a fucking what?
Cobb.
All right, it's a Cobb system from the catback on this car. And we have ye olde Lambo center exit exhausts. As you can tell, this is also part Murcielago. Is that a straightaway? Yes, it is. Very nice. Man, I could fit my whole fist in this. Some extra JDM points right there. Mature. It has the sound of a raspy cougar at a bar. This car actually went to a dyno day about a year ago, and on the dyno, it actually put out almost, we're talking like a 3 horsepower difference, 5 torque difference, almost the same power as a similar car, still Focus ST, still about the same year, that's full bolt-on and had a crackle tune on it. Now crackling, for those of you that don't know, is when you get on the gas, get off the gas, and then it goes and then your parents hate you. So apparently whoever tuned that car, don't tune any of my cars, I'll find you. She comes to you in your ripe old age of 15 and a half and says, "Hey baby, what would you like to drink?" And then that's when you realize she's the bartender, even though she's sitting on the outside of the bar. And she just grabs whatever she wants. Just reaches over, grabs, her tit hangs into her drink ever so slightly. One nipple is starting to show now. There's water on her bosoms. That's what this car reminds me of. Oh, Pamela, you and your beautiful 47-year-old skin. Well, that was a poem.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, that was a love story that never happened. I don't even know any Pamelas, I don't think. If your name's Pamela, please comment down below and say hello to everyone. So this car is red, and I'd tell you more about the rest of it, but you guys don't care about that stuff. So let's talk about my favorite color for a second. Did you know that 97% of people that like the color red are clinically insane? Because I don't know that. I'm gonna find out eventually, maybe. That's not a real thing. I hope not. I didn't look that up. I just made it up. But you listen to me. Every year, at least 97 people out of 100 become crazy because they like red. Probably only 97 people. And it's probably not because they like red. They're probably just crazy to begin with. But you know, bath salts will do that. And they do have bath salts that come in red. I think I found them in like Hallmark one time. They're on sale. I should have bought them. Yeah. See, that's what this car is. It's bath salts on sale. You find it at Hallmark, and it's good, you know? You put it in your bath, you sit in it, you think of Pamela, and it brings you home a little bit. It's got that raspy voice, that warm southern comfort smell. Nope, that's gasoline. This is a 2-liter turbo. It's running a KO3 turbo, that is the infamous little brother of the KO4 turbo that we see so many Volkswagen Jettas, I hate all of you, running. Not the drivers, just the cars. I don't like you, Mark IV Jettas. I'm looking right at you, staring in your soul. This is actually, like, no joke, this is one of my favorite exhaust notes I've heard in a 4-banger. Yeah. And it has the coolest sounding downshift. Let's take a look at this. As soon as I...
Yeah, to the left.
I like genuine... Oh, okay, hold on, wait. Wow. You should send this back, just for that. Turning radius on this is more than you'll... Well, actually less than... Better than you'll need on an average drive. Yep. That's, wow. New cars, man. So the way that the turbo is mounted on this engine, which I assure you, I promise it's under here, I promise. Just take my word for it, I'm actually a pretty trustworthy guy. The KO3 is mounted onto a headifold, which basically means that the exhaust runners don't go out into a manifold. They don't exit the head into a manifold that gets connected to a turbo. It just gets connected, boom, directly to the turbo. So we're talking engine head, turbo. It does have a little bit of a burble to it, not like a Subaru, because that's a completely different story, but something similar to like what you would hear in a 2-liter Volkswagen or some Saabs, because they have a bit of an unequal length exhaust running to them. If you don't want to just keep driving a Civic and you don't want to get an SI or an up-trimmed Honda, this is definitely a car that I would recommend to you, because it is cheaper than buying a WRX and it is more reliable. Somewhat, right? Mostly?
Yeah.
Mostly.
I mean, they pretty much suffer the same exact problems. It's kind of like a WRX in the sense that the owner is going to be what kills it, like the owner's driving style. If you don't drive for what's going to blow up the WRX, then...
I mean, I haven't blown up any Subarus yet.
See?
Oh, this thing just did 90. What? Up a hill, too.
Yeah.
Up a hill, 2-liter, did 90, and it's a Ford Focus. What more could you possibly want? I'd probably like a Mercedes, honestly, if you're asking me personally, but what more could you possibly want, people? Why don't you tell me in the comments? When you go fast in this, you don't feel it, but not because of the luxury base of it, because it's not really a luxury car. It's more that the suspension is so stiff, and from what I feel, the sway bars probably are really thick in this thing, or thicker than they would be in a normal Focus. It keeps it so planted that you don't feel like any sort of movement side to side, which is something that you'll find in most front-wheel drive cars when you go faster than, I don't know, 20, 40, 140. If you've gone over 140 in a front-wheel drive car, please let me know, and let your parents know. Focus ST, the official car of, God, I miss you, Pamela. God damn it, Pamela. Why'd you leave me? 5th grade wasn't the same without you. I remember my first beer, doing 140 in my mom's Honda Civic, downhill on the highway. It took a whole minute and a half to get to that, in that car. In this car, it'll take a whole second and a half, if you're already doing highway speeds. I mean, realistically, we're talking more like 5 seconds, but to you guys, my viewers, you'll probably think of it more as like 1 second, because time seems to move weird for you guys. Also, anything that I have to do with kind of turns into the whole Manny time continuum, which is great, because this car can be a time machine from point A to point B if you really want it to. And if you got blue lights behind you, it makes it even more of a motivating factor. They just want to race, really. Everyone's a kid at heart. And that's kind of what this car reminds me of, being a kid at heart. You know, you got a job now, things are working out, but you still want to play. And that's what the Focus ST is all about. It's for that kid that used to drive a Civic Si, but grew up and wants something that doesn't break all the time and actually has resale value, mostly.
Yeah, sure. We'll roll with that one.
All right. Let's shotgun over to the RS and see what the difference is. Cool. All right. That might be good. It's probably all we need for that.